What is going on, guys? This is another video. It's been a minute. Real quick video. We're gonna talk about Kansas City Chiefs. So let's talk about it. If you can see by the title, will the Kansas City Chiefs go undefeated? There's a strong case to be made that the Kansas City Chiefs will go undefeated, and let's talk about it. So if you don't know me, my name is Keith. I do Black Quarterback Series, and today, like I said earlier, we're going to talk about the Kansas City Chiefs and why I think they can go undefeated. And so we're going to go through their schedule and talk a little bit about the division, and really going to get into it. It's been a while. So let's start with week one. So week one, they go against Baltimore, which I'm looking at the schedule. That preferably could be the only game that really holds them up. If you see, I'm looking over. I'm looking at the schedule. So Baltimore might be the only game they lose all year, just basing off the schedule and their division and everything. And, things could change. Teams could be better than we think they can be. But I'm gonna make this case why I think that. So Baltimore, they just beat Baltimore. They getting their championship rings. It's banner day. You know what I mean? So they can kind of catch them off kilter, right? And so, but the next two games, you got Vegas, the Browns, Cincinnati, not Cincinnati. Then you have Cincinnati after Atlanta, and the Broncos. A lot of those teams either having quarterback issues or just not very good. Is Joe Burrow gonna be healthy at that time? Cleveland, is Deshaun Watson gonna be Deshaun Watson ever again? We're gonna talk more about that later in the summer as well. Atlanta, what the hell is going on in Atlanta with their quarterback situation? And they're also not as good as we think they are. And then after those games, we get to the Broncos. We're going to get to the Broncos later if there's time. But I just think Broncos are going to be absolute dumpster fire, especially for what they did to Russell Wilson. The Chargers could be another sloop up because they've always had problems with the Chargers. But the Chargers are in their little transitional phase. Will they know what? Will Harbaugh know his team by that point? What will be going on? They lost a lot of talent on offense. We just don't know what's going on about the Chargers. We don't know that yet. By week 7 we will, but I think they can get the win, and then the next one, week 14 against the Chargers, I think they can grab that win as well. So those games will be close, but I just don't see them beating Kansas City. Then you got the Bucks. Baker Mayfield had a good start to the season last year, but it's the Bucks. I don't see them contending with them. It could be one of those games where it's close all the way through, and then Kansas City ends up pulling away. Then you got built-in W's against Carolina, built-in W against Buffalo. I don't think I need to really explain why that's a built-in W. Josh Allen is just not seeing the Kansas City Chiefs anymore. Like, he's beat them in the regular season, especially with Stephon Diggs not being there anymore. I just don't see a route in which they beat Kansas City this year, especially with Kansas City having so much confidence. Then you got New Orleans, which is also a dumpster fire. Pittsburgh, which will play them hard enough, but I don't think Pittsburgh has enough firepower to hang with them. Like I said, the Chargers early, and then you got LA again, or LV, you have Las Vegas again, and then you have Houston, San Francisco, and then the Broncos again. Houston is going to be tough. 49ers is going to be tough. And Broncos, they might be sitting their starters at that point. So there's no game on this schedule that leads you to believe that they're not going to win a lot. They mess around and be 16-1, 17-1, 15-2 type thing. The title is, will they go undefeated? But in actuality, I think they'll lose 2 games. I think they'll lose to Baltimore and they'll lose to Houston. But anything else, I don't really see on this thing of them losing unless they just don't take the regular season seriously, which is an option, which is definitely an option because you twiddle your thumbs and slide your way through the regular season last year and then you win the freaking Super Bowl. So it just remains to be seen with Kansas City, but I have a strong sense that Kansas City might go undefeated this year. They might go undefeated this year. I don't have the Broncos schedule in front of me, but we're going to get into my rant about the Broncos. I think I've done this rant. This will be like my second, third time doing this rant. Now, they did draft a quarterback. I think, if I'm not mistaken, they drafted Bo Nix, I think, if I'm not mistaken. I'm going to vet myself and put his face on the screen. They drafted a guy who's most scouts and analysts say that he's their prototypical type of quarterback. He's Drew Brees-esque in the sense that he could run that offense. Like, what's his name? I just lost it. Sean Payton. Like Sean Payton can run that offense. Now, that, like I say all the time, that remains to be seen. But I just don't. I think Sean Payton's style of coaching and Sean Payton's like way of life just doesn't fit today's type of player. Players not gonna let you yell at them like that. You have to be more skillful with your words in order for that to work nowadays. Now, I could be wrong and he could be the rookie of the year, but I just don't think it'll work, especially in the division where you have the Super Bowl champion in Kansas City, and then you have a Harbaugh in your division who just won the national championship, and then you have Vegas, who under Antonio Pierce, I think I got his name right. Antonio Pierce, who's going to be, I think, a really good coach, and is going to be a dark horse coach of the year next year. I think they're going to be next year's Houston Texans. I think they're going to be what Houston Texans was this year. I think they'll be them this year. And so you're staring at the face of maybe being fourth in your division, and it probably not even being close. Because I just don't see this Kansas City team, or not Kansas City, this Bronco team being any good. We can say it was Russell Wilson's fault and all this, but Russell Wilson played great down the stretch before they benched him because of some BS. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, go look at the Pivot podcast that Russell Wilson did earlier this year, where he outlined why he got benched and all that craziness. So, and how they tried to bait him into being crazy so they could avoid not paying him. Like, that's terrible. That's terrible. So, that's what I think. That's my feelings on Baltimore, on the Broncos. The Chiefs, no, not the Chiefs. What is their name? The Chargers. The Chargers, I guess, since I'm doing every team in the AFC North, I might as well finish it. The Chargers, I think they'll be good. They just won't be Kansas City. I think they will win 10, 11 games, but it won't matter because they're in Kansas City's division. So, I always forget this guy's name. Justin Herbert. I don't know why I keep forgetting his name. Justin Herbert. I think Justin Herbert will have a better season than he's had, but it's time for Justin Herbert to put up a shut up. Justin Herbert came out the gate guns blazing. And due to organizational dysfunction and his own bad play, people are putting you in conversations that you don't necessarily even deserve to be in right now. The same thing with Trevor Lawrence. So it remains to be seen with those two. Now, you can say he had dysfunctional, blah, 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 but you have to get it done. Like I've been saying for about a year now, you run that through the Lamar simulator. Lamar's not getting those excuses. So that remains to be seen. But it's going to be a good NFL season. I'm looking forward to seeing what this division has. So that's all I got for you guys. I'm sorry, my videos have been very sporadic. I'm kind of going through a lot of life changes right now. Trying to figure out everything that's going on. But this channel will never go anywhere. We're going to look back in 2-3 years and be like, damn, he still kept going with his 10,000 subscribers. Because, I don't need a lot. I just want enough I want to do this for a living. So as long as I can do this for a living one day, that's all I'm concerned about. And I will do this for a living one day. Yeah. Camera died. All in all, though, all I'm saying is this channel will never go anywhere. And in season from week 1 of the preseason to the Super Bowl, I won't miss a week. So that's all I got for you guys. Let me know what you guys think. What do you think the AFC North is going to look like? Do you think Kansas City is going to defeat it where they win 2 games? What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace. Stay cool.